Dawn comes early for those in rural Mpumalanga, a province whose name means place of the rising sun. After saying their goodbyes, children head out onto the dusty roads that lead to their classrooms, where they will spend the day learning. It might seem like any other primary school in South Africa, but what is happening here is groundbreaking. Children are learning English faster and better than in many other schools.
It is important to have good IFAL training for the teachers, particularly for us in Mpumalanga, where we're having 93% of our children that are learning in the language that is not their own. So in the foundation phase, the IFAL prepares them for that language of learning and teaching as they begin to learn in the intermediate phase. So it's critical that they have a solid foundation.
Why is it so important? Learning to read is the most essential skill a child should gain in school. Reading in home language and in English is essential to learning in other subjects. If a child cannot read for understanding by the end of grade 3, they will most likely never catch up.
Yeah, we have seen changes, the way in which learners are using English, as well as the way in which educators are using English. In the past, learners could not even read English documents, but now if you give them something that's written in English, they can read. It shows that they are getting used to this language. Remember, English is not spoken in their various homes, not even in the community. They only learn it in the school. So before the program was introduced, it was tough for them. But now, because the program is in, they are getting used to the language, and they are confident it's building up.
Latest results from international comparative tests show that 78% of grade 4s in South Africa cannot read well enough to understand what they're reading. This partly explains why so many South African children do not succeed in school. The Department of Basic Education, together with USAID, has made this issue a priority and has a plan for solving it in partnership with provincial departments of education. At the heart of the plan is the teacher. This reading intervention focuses on the teacher and provides them with resources, training, and most importantly, ongoing support in the form of coaching. Resources provided include daily lesson plans with recommendations on methods to use in the class. Methods include group-guided reading.
On Monday, we make monkeys. Monkeys are small.
Shared reading from the big book.
Soon there was steam rising from the pot.
Question of the day.
Who is the passenger?
Songs and rhymes.
The aeroplanes have great big wings.
Other resources provided to the teachers are big books, posters, flashcards, and writing frames.
They did give us all the resources. The lesson plan tells me what to do. There's daily activities. There's theme vocabulary, phonics, shared reading, and I'm so proud that when I come to class, my learners can participate so easily in English.
In the foundation phase, I see a vast change. The classrooms, now they are print rich. You can feel that you are in the classroom. Kids are learning there. It becomes easier for them because what they've learned, they always see in their walls, and the classrooms are conducive for teaching and learning.
Teachers receive upfront training at the beginning of each term on how to use these lesson plans and resources. Beyond the resources and training, the key part of this intervention is the coaching. There are 2 types of coaching models used: on-site coaching and virtual coaching. On-site coaches travel to schools to support teachers in their classrooms once a month. The coach observes the teacher in the classroom and meets with them afterwards to discuss their observations.
While the teacher is presenting the lesson, I observe, take notes. I let her continue rounding off with other subjects. I prefer sitting down with them during break and we discuss the lesson together. I focus on their strengths and not on the weaknesses.
That's very important because I want to win their confidence.
When teachers are introduced with something new, you train them, but when they go back, they sometimes feel very scared to go and implement whatever it is that you are introducing to them. So what coaching brings into the game is that they have a support system, someone who can come in and show them how to do it, someone who's going to be there for them, and whenever they make a mistake, they are not scared, or they don't go back to what they normally used to do.
And the coach knows and understands the school's context, its strengths and its daily challenges, which help them offer the best possible support to the teacher. Virtual coaches also meet their teachers in person, typically at the beginning of the school term, in training sessions. In this coaching model, after this initial meeting, the coaches support their teachers virtually through phone calls and WhatsApp messages and videos to encourage them and answer their questions.
Virtual coaching is an interactive and informative way to reach teachers in remote areas of South Africa. I can speak to 81 teachers in a day, or I can phone 10 teachers in a day sitting from an office in Johannesburg. We have a very good connection because I speak to my teachers so often, and because they hear from me so often, that we've developed almost a friendship. So virtual coaching is a way of being a critical friend to the teachers and helping them to teach effectively in the classroom. Step number 1, you need to make sure that you have got flashcard words of the story that you're going to read with your learners.
Teachers receive their lesson plans and resources on tablets, including extra videos and sound clips to help with English pronunciation.
Then I say,
Term 3,
listen.
Week 5, Phonemic Awareness and Phonics.
Before we started the project, we were using File to prepare our lessons, and it was a lot of work to write. And as myself as an HOD, I was supposed to check all the files of my teachers. But now, because of the tablet, the lessons are here. There is no more stress.
Both forms of coaching help teachers use their training and resources effectively and help them stay motivated. Evidence has emerged that both forms of coaching produce remarkable learner results. In the first phase of the intervention in the Northwest Province, on-site coaches were used. After 2 years, their learners did 40% better compared to learners whose teachers did not receive the same kind of support. In Mpumalanga, the virtual coaching model is used, and evidence shows similar learner results than that of the on-site coaching model. This is very exciting because now any school in South Africa can adopt coaching and raise their learners' reading outcomes in foundation phase. This coaching intervention is adaptable and can be implemented in different contexts across the country. One on-site coach can work with up to 15 teachers, while a virtual coach can support up to 90 teachers. Virtual coaching might be more ideal for remote and rural schools, while on-site coaching could be suited for schools clustered in the same area.
I would advise all teachers to become part of EGRS program because there are so many changes that they will see. The learners will gain more vocabulary. Their classes will have more pictures, more teaching medias, more phonics, more theme words. They'll have the big books that we're struggling with.
Both new and experienced teachers are using the lesson plans, resources and tablets with success. And everyone highlights how the coach has helped and encouraged them. The reward of reading is learning. With this plan, the Department of Basic Education and USAID believe that all South African children can read better, learn more, and achieve greater success in school.